Hello and welcome to the Buzzerbeater Show, episode 15. My name is David Jones, and today there's going to be another top list. I know in the last couple of podcasts, I more talked about what is happening right now currently in the NBA, but really there hasn't been like a lot of news. We know what is going to happen, like with the tournament and stuff, and so I thought like there's no really like big thing to talk about. I know like JaVale McGee has like now a vlog channel on YouTube where he like uploads video where he's in the bubble and it just shows how life is in the bubble in Orlando. But I wouldn't say that's like big news. That's like the thing that we expected. So today we're gonna talk about my top 6 NBA Finals list. I know this is probably a lot of people are now like if I name the list like this is not really like an accurate list, but this is the list that stuck to my memory the most, and this is the list that I ordered in my opinion. So, yeah, it's probably not the most. I'm not really that old, so as you maybe noticed by my voice, but that's why I haven't witnessed that many NBA Finals lists, and those that I actually haven't witnessed yet are like historical things that like everybody talks about. Also older people that actually witnessed it. So, yes, let's dive right into it. At number 6, we have the 2019 NBA Finals. It's between the Warriors and Toronto Raptors. So, first off, nobody would have ever thought the Raptors would be where they are now. So, in the 2018 offseason, they acquired Kawhi Leonard from San Antonio. And the problem was and they traded DeMar DeRozan, and DeMar DeRozan was like this guy. He was the guy, like he was the main guy. And a lot of Toronto Raptors players were not okay with it, especially Kyle Lowry, because Kyle Lowry was friends with DeMar DeRozan, and some people didn't support it because Kawhi Leonard, like in his last 2 seasons, he had a lot of drama in San Antonio because he wouldn't play and stuff, and some reporters even called him a diva because he was just out for the drama and stuff, which is bullshit. And he proved everybody wrong. I think the first... So they passed... So wait, they played the first round. Who did they play in the first round? No, wait, in the second round, I remember. In the second round, they played Philly, and he hit like this crazy Game 7 game winner. That was the first game winner in the Game 7 game in the playoffs of all time. So that was crazy. Joel Embiid cried after that. Joel Embiid, the center of the 76ers, cried after that because he was sad that he lost. A lot of people made fun of that. I didn't make fun of it. It just shows his compassion that he wants to win, and if he shows that in crying, there's nothing wrong with that. And it's just like, but everybody felt like Milwaukee, like Giannis, would stop Toronto's win. And it looked like it because they won like a lot of games, and then but then out of nowhere, Kawhi just went off. He completely killed the Milwaukee, and they would go on to the NBA Finals. So, the Warriors had not really like a super rough year, but you notice it was like in the air that their final run was over. So in 2016 they acquired Kevin Durant. So they already had like a core of 4 guys. So they had Klay Thompson, Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and Kevin Durant. To 2016-2017 season when they won the finals against Cleveland, perfect. No, like at the beginning a little they had to find their rhythm, but there were no problems. 2017-2018 was also okay, but you had like the feeling like there was something on. But 2018-2019 was interesting. So in a game against the Clippers, Kevin Durant, and so I think the game was tied, and it was the fourth quarter, like couple seconds left. Draymond had the ball. Draymond brought the ball up for some reason, and Kevin Durant wanted the ball, but Draymond didn't give it to him. He just shot the ball. And if you guys know, Draymond Green is not a shooter, not at all. And so he shot the ball, and he missed it. And so Kevin Durant was pissed. And both of them were like clashing together. They were super pissed. And they were like about to fight. And that was like the reason, like, it's soon gonna blow up. But then, like, in the finals of 2019, they were all trying to win this one last time. But, like, the Raptors were, like, they were, like, healthy. Everybody understood each other. They won, like, the first two... No, wait. They won the first 2 games, I think. And then... And then the Warriors won, like, the next 2 games. And the series was... Was it tied? Yes. But in Game 4, Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson got injured. They would win Game 4. And Kevin Durant hasn't come back from the injury yet. I hope he's going to be the same, but he hasn't come back from the injury yet. He tore his ACL, which is a very bad injury. Not a lot of NBA players came back from that injury. Only players that have like come back okay is like Kobe, Dominique Wilkins. I can't think of anybody else right now. But he tore his ACL, and Klay Thompson got shoved up when he went to when he wanted to go up for a dunk. That was over. They lost the finals. Curry couldn't do it on his own. And so they lost. But that was a great fight, like a lot of drama. And then after that, Kevin Durant signed with the Nets. And 2019-2020 season wasn't a great season for the Warriors. They're in last place, I think. I think they're in last place, yeah. Oh, excuse me. I haven't slept that well. So... at number 5, we have the Boston Celtics against the Los Angeles Lakers. It's 1984. And I know of this game because I watched a documentary about like Bird and Magic and their rivalry. If you don't know who Magic Johnson is, Magic Johnson played for the Lakers from 1980 to 1991. And Bird played for the Boston Celtics from 1981 to 1993. Somewhere in that range. And they always had a rivalry. the Boston Celtics and Los Angeles Lakers. So the Los Angeles Lakers were like the super team. They were like shiny LA. But then there was like teams from Boston, like this country, like these white dudes that didn't like they were like that didn't know like they were like they would play tough, and like the Lakers were like this culture team that would play like Showtime Lakers, like entertaining basketball, and the Boston Celtics would just play like rough and tough games. And so I'm not gonna go in so much details. The Boston Celtics won, and Magic was completely. He was sad about it. He was heart crushed. And this was not like they recovered from it. But the reason why I put this game on the list, because there's even more interest. There's there's a runner-up to this NBA Finals. And that's at number 4, the 1987 NBA Finals. This was a crazy game. So we're talking about Game 6. The Boston Celtics are down by, I think this series was 3-2. So Boston had 2 and the Lakers had 3. So it's Game 6, and the Lakers are, and it's the final minutes. So Magic is running down the court, hits a hook shot, like a Kareem hook shot, over, I don't know, who was it? Dennis Johnson or Kevin McHale. And it goes in, like barely goes in. And everybody was like, oh my God, how could this be? And so it's the final shot. And Bill Simmons wrote about this in his book, like in detail, because he was at this game. If you don't know who Bill Simmons is a sports writer who worked for ESPN. I mean, he makes a podcast and stuff, but he has been involved for basketball his entire life. He's a super fan, you can tell. And so it's the final seconds. Bird gets the ball, dribbles down the court, shoots it. Everybody, like he dribbles it, and then he crossovers, and he has space to shoot it. He launches a 3-pointer. Everybody is like in disbelief. Like everybody is in terror. The entire Lakers fan. And he would shoot it, and it just looked like perfect. But it just barely hits the rim. And everybody, it was just like the entire energy was sucked out of the arena, and the Lakers would celebrate, and they would go on through. And so that was the revenge for the 1984 finals, because they were also trash talking the 1984 finals and stuff. They were not nice to each other. So, and so they would lose it. And 1984, they trash talk each other. Okay. So number 3, we have the 2011 NBA Finals. So it's the Mavs versus the Miami Heat. And you have to remember, the Miami Heat have a big 3. They have Chris Bosh, D. Wade, and LeBron. They signed everybody in 2011. In 2010, there was the decision, or the big parade and stuff, and everybody was hyped. And so everybody felt like this would be their year. They would win this like first thing. The regular season was actually really disappointing. And the Heat would go on to only like make the fourth place, but they would still go on to go to the finals. And so on the other side, we have the Mavs. We have Dirk Nowitzki. We have Jason Terry. Kenny the Jet Smith, right? Yeah. They have Stephon Marbury. They have Jason Kidd. And so it was a good team, but everybody felt like you can't win against like the top 3 Miami thing team. But Dirk Nowitzki, he invented a shot. He invented the fadeaway one-legged shot for this exact finals. And so they would play each other. They played each other, and Dirk was just like LeBron was. That was like LeBron's worst finals moments ever. D Wade was playing great. Chris Bosh was playing great, but LeBron was not playing great at all. Not at all. It was like this worst. Like also statistically, this is his worst finals ever, and also like from appearance, you could see he was not. He was crumbling under the pressure. And the Mavs would go on to win, and this would be Dirk's first NBA championship and first NBA Finals MVP. And I would say this is the greatest NBA Finals, one of the greatest NBA Finals ever, because nobody would have thought that they would have won this championship. And that would be the last NBA Finals that would appear, but that's why I also have Dirk on my top 15 list, because he proved everybody wrong. Like with 33, he was 33 and he won that shit, and that's crazy. So that's why I have this number 3. Number 2, I have. The 1989 NBA Finals. I also talked about this on my Last Dance podcast, but I'm going to talk about this one more time. Once again. So, the Utah Jazz are playing the Chicago Bulls, and Michael you can feel like this is the last time he's going to play with the Chicago Bulls. And so he wants to really win this for the last time. That's why it also called The Last Dance. This is like, it all builds up to this point. And so, like, a lot of people had the Utah Jazz winning because Utah Jazz, like, beat the Bulls in the regular season. But the problem is with the Jazz were a great regular season team, but they never came out in the clutch, like playoffs. And that's one of the reasons why they lost. But first off, so the situation is, it's game 6. The Bulls are down by 3. No, by 1. Jordan steals the ball from Malone. He runs down the court. He crosses over. Once again, I have to say, I think he pushed off a little. Like that's he shoots it. The air gets sucked out of the arena. Everybody's watching in disbelief, and he hits the shot. His final time with the Bulls, and he hits the shot. And everybody's celebrating. Oh my God, we won 6 championships. The Bulls won 6 championships, just with Michael. And this also showed that like Karl Malone and John Stockton they were not good in the clutch. Like this would be, and after that, Jordan would retire, and then we would came back to play the Wizards. Yeah, and this was, he won the 6th chip, and that's why it's probably the greatest finals of Jordan's career, and the most exciting. So that's why I have number 2. And number 1, the greatest NBA finals ever. 2016. LeBron against the Golden State Warriors. I have this number 1 again, because there's just so many criteria because of that. First off, this is the finals I've witnessed. I watched this on TV, Game 7. So you have to remember, 2015, Golden State Warriors won. Everybody thought this season, like, LeBron doesn't have it in him. He's too old. But my friends, there was also another criteria. Cleveland was down by 3-1. So in Game 5, they would win. LeBron gets going off. Game 6, Curry gets ejected. A lot of Golden State fans were like, this is bullshit and stuff. Why did he get ejected? Yeah. And LeBron averaged a triple-double in Game 7. A triple-double. He's the last time this happened was like in the 70s. I think it was Jerry West who did it. And that was just crazy. And he averaged a triple-double, like, in Game 7. And Curry was not, Curry was not playing well and stuff. And the Golden State Warriors didn't want to win this because they would be one of the few teams who blow a 3-1 lead. So, Golden State has the ball. Cleveland just missed a shot. They're running on the fast break. Curry has the ball. Passes to Iguodala. And Iguodala goes up for a layup. But LeBron blocks it. You remember this one that, up for a layup, blocked by James. Yes, the greatest moment in NBA Finals history. You tell me otherwise, but that is the greatest moment in NBA Finals history. LeBron blocks it. Kevin Love gets it. Passes it out. And 2 plays later, Kyrie hits the craziest 3-pointer of all time over Stephen Curry. Between the legs, sidestep, shoots it, bang. Greatest NBA Finals game ever. And LeBron wanted to go up for a dunk, but then he gets fouled, and then he fouls, and then he has to shoot the free throws. And they win the game by 4 points. And LeBron cries at the end. So that's and he said Cleveland, this is for you. This is the greatest NBA Finals ever. And I rewatched this 10 times already, and I think this is the greatest NBA Finals ever. So, I hope next week I can finally do something that's more current, the current news. I hope that's going to happen. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe and turn on notifications. If you like this podcast a lot, please smash that like button. And until next time, peace!